Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this fall leaf picture. Now this piece of art is going to actually take 2 weeks. The first week we're going to do the drawing of the leaves, and then we actually outline this. I don't know if you can see it, how it looks almost like it's puffy paint. We're going to outline it with glue, and then we have to let it sit and dry, and that takes a little while. And then the second thing we're going to do, we're going to come in with some hard pastels and color the inside of the leaves, warm colors, and the cool colors on the outside. We have nice contrast. Look at how bright those are. Hey, here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do in order to get ready, I'm not going to draw directly on my black paper today. Instead, I'm going to practice on a piece of white paper. Any kind of scratch paper will do. Now I've got some pictures of leaves here, and I'm just kind of practice the shape. You can see these are just pretty basic. They have just 2 curved lines, more or less. This one is similar to this one, except instead of a straight curved line, I guess, a C curved line, it's more of like S curves here. And on this one, you can see here and here, it has different kind of pointed shapes, those straighter lines. So I'm just going to practice those first. Just until I get the hang of it, I'm going to practice doing some gentle curved lines. You can see I want to practice making my leaves a little bit bigger, just because the bigger shapes are going to work better when we go to color. You can see I'm not really worried about making them perfect. Okay, you can see that I'm drawing a leaf, even if it's not perfectly symmetrical like this one is. Okay, it just kind of has the general idea. Now for the maple leaf shape, just a tip, when you draw, you're going to start by drawing, let's see, do you see how it goes out just a little bit on the sides here, and then it goes out and has bigger pieces then for these 3. Okay, so I'm going to do little ones, and then let me see, 1, 2, 3, and then a little one again. Okay, and again, just keep on practice all through your paper until you are ready to actually draw. When you are ready, go ahead and switch to your black paper. I'm not going to put my name on it yet. Okay, I'm going to draw somewhat lightly. Now, remember, we're going to end up coloring the whole thing. So these lines are just guidelines, okay? I'm not going to worry about erasing if I don't like them, okay? I'm just going to keep on drawing. Let's see. I've got my shapes here. You can see it's kind of a maple leaf shape inspired. Okay, and that's probably as small as I want it. I want it kind of slightly bigger. Now I'm going to turn my paper and then maybe do another leaf shape here. Now this one I'm going to tuck behind this one just so it looks like, it's tucked behind. I'm going to do that by starting my line. Remember my S curves. And now I'm going to stop when I get to this line. And I'm going to hop over to the other side, and I'm going to start again. Okay. And then S lines there. Okay, now it's kind of a puzzle piece leaf, that's okay. Okay, but you see how I went behind my maple leaf. I'm going to skip over here. Maybe I'll draw another maple leaf shape here. Maybe I'll draw this one going off the page, so I'll do my S curves this way, that way. Okay, and then stop. You can see it went off the page here a little bit. Okay, and then I'll draw, let me see, I think I'll draw another maple leaf shape. I'll draw him over here. Again, my little stem that I draw first. A little stem there at the bottom. And remember that little side. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, and then curve it in. There we go. And again, I'm going to fix up that line a little bit. I don't like where that one is. Remember, I'm just going to ignore him. Okay, and that one I stopped. Look, I stopped again behind my oak leaf. Okay, I'm just going to continue maybe making a few more leaf shapes. Now that I have drawn all my leaves, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves. 5 leaves I think is enough, and they're pretty good shape. Some are bigger than others, and that's okay. But the next thing I need to do, very important, when I'm happy with my leaves, I need to put my name on the back. Very, very important, because you know now that I'm going to be outlining my shapes with glue, and then this paper has to stay flat then for a while afterward, probably overnight, in order to draw. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue turning my paper around so that I'm always outlining the leaf that's right in front of me, okay? So I'm going to start with this one. Now, you remember when you're using liquid glue, you don't want to squeeze it very, very hard. I might even practice over here on my white piece of paper, okay? Just squeeze until I get some glue coming out, okay? Now I'm ready. I don't want a big puddle of glue. Remember, I'm outlining, okay? So first, I'm just going to squeeze gently and just drawing a line. And then I want to stop before I get to the end. Because as you can see, my glue bottle is not touching the page. Actually, maybe you can't see that. Okay? But when I'm drawing my line, my glue bottle isn't all the way touching down here. It's up a little ways. So you have to be very controlled, okay? This might be something too that our little buddies need a little bit of help with, okay? And you can also tell I am not going very fast right now. I am going very slow, drawing one line at a time, okay? It's always easy to add more glue if I need to add more, but I cannot take it away once it's there, okay? And again, this is just going to create our nice outline that we're going to fill in later with the chalk, okay? Be careful there where two lines meet. Can you see how it got to be really, really a lot of glue? Again, I'm going to be very gentle. I'm probably going even a little too fast and squeezing a little bit too much, okay? The lighter I am, and even the further away, can you see how I'm dragging that line of glue behind me? There we go. That's a nice thin line. Okay. And again, starting in and going out. I'm going to go ahead and do all of my outlining. Okay. Now again, you probably notice that when I am doing my glue, I'm always turning my paper so that I'm just putting my outline of glue right on the leaf in front of me. So I'm never having to reach over. I wouldn't want to, for instance, try to control my glue way over here. I want to keep it really close and tight to me. I've also noticed, as I've been going through and gluing my leaves, remember before where I said that you have more control if you go slower? I'm actually finding that not to be true. I'm finding now that if I speed up a little bit, oops, I got a little bit of glue on the table, that's okay, okay? But if I speed up a little bit, it actually makes a smaller line, a thinner line. So keep that in mind. Also, you want to, again, not touch the tip of your glue to the paper because that's going to make your line fat. That's going to smear your glue all over. And remember, all I want to do is give myself an outline, okay, that I'm filling in then with color later, okay? Be careful when you turn the paper. Do you see how I got that little bit of glue there? I'm going to clean that up before I turn my paper so that I don't make a big, huge mess on the other underside of my paper. There we go. Okay, turn. And last leaf, okay? A little squeeze of glue till it gets going. There it comes. And again, I don't know if you can see this since the camera is up above, but my glue bottle is about at least an inch above my paper. All right, last one. There you go. You can also see my lines aren't exactly. Okay, I covered most of my pencil lines. Oops, see, that one dragged across. That's okay. See? Now, you can still see my pencil lines, some of them, okay? But for the most part, I've used my lines as my guide, okay? Now, this is done, I need to leave it alone and let it dry.